Um, this next study that I want to share with you is again using the example of Red Bull. And this study was done in the UK, Singapore, Austria, the US, Germany, and the Netherlands. So it was done in 6 different countries, a pretty comprehensive study. And before I get into the details of this study, I just want to explain this concept called brand personality. Just as we as humans, we all have different personalities. Each individual, has a different personality. The literature on branding also suggests that brands indeed have different personalities as well. And research has shown that brands can be summarized into 5 different personalities. The first is excitement, the second is sincerity, the third is competence, the fourth is sophistication, and the fifth and last is ruggedness. So to a certain level, all brands can be represented, along these 5 different personalities. So what this study did was it compared the brand personality of Red Bull between users of Red Bull versus non-users of Red Bull in these 6 different countries. So where you see a blue circle represents a difference between users and non-users of Red Bull for a particular element of that brand personality in that particular country. Whereas an X, the red X, represents that there is no difference between users and non-users of Red Bull. So let's take the example of Austria. So like I said, Red Bull comes from Austria. And you can see that in that column in Austria, they're all circles, blue circles. This suggests that in Austria, there is a significant difference between users and non-users of Red Bull along all the 5 dimensions of brand personality. Whereas in Singapore, right next to Austria, is sort of the complete opposite. Except for sophistication, in the other 4 brand personalities, there is no difference between users and non-users of brand Bull. Whereas in the other countries, the other 4, they're kind of, some are different and some aren't. So what is this suggesting? The learning point from this is that the same brand, in this case Red Bull, is perceived differently on these 5 dimensions of brand personality in different cultures in these 6 different countries, despite Red Bull's intentions of positioning their brand in the same manner across these 6 different countries. So even if you try to, position your brand similarly in different markets, in different countries, the same brand can be perceived very, very differently in different markets. And this case study goes to show you that that is precisely the case.